What's good, Incredible crew? I'm back here with another Fuego video. You know, and I know I look like I work at McDonald's, but listen, it ain't about just me today, okay? It's about all of us. It's about something that's vitally important to our lives that I want to talk about and that I want to, expound on. And it's something that's very, very key to every individual's life, because we go through things all the time, like difficulty, anxiety, pain, hatred, bitterness, heartbreak, suicidal thoughts. Like, not just me, I'm talking about all of us in general. Like, I don't know if you're going through at least one of those things. It comes and goes, things try to come against me, things try to come against you guys, and it's like, I want to talk, because this is what I do. I try to motivate, and just be the best that I can be and help others to, dig that up in themselves. So that's what we're gonna do today. Got the fan booming, so we feeling better, we feeling good, we ready to go, we energetic, and we rejuvenated. And so now it's time to pass that energy on, get them vibes going, right? So to start things off, I want to just start with the Bible scripture of Luke 4:1-15. Now, you don't have to take this as a preaching, because like I said, I'm all about God, I'm a man of God, so I rely on the word a lot, heavily. And it gets me through, it keeps me happy, keeps me smiling, keeps me genuinely happy, because I'm always getting new information, I'm always getting new, profound nuggets of knowledge and things of that nature. And so it's keeping me elevated, it's keeping me prosperous, because there's been so many blessings that have come up in my life. God is letting me know that, listen, you're doing the best that you can. Other things that are out of your control, I had that under control. You worry about bettering yourself and being your best self, and all those things will line up for your good. So that's what I've been just working on as hard as it gets, man. I'm just constantly getting reminded of different scriptures and of different lessons from his word and other things, and from other people, from my family, friends, and loved ones comforting me. Like, it's just, I cannot say thank you enough, because he's always there. So I want to try to pass that energy on, try to pass this knowledge on. And so like I'm saying, I'm not like a pastor, but I'm definitely a person of empowerment. I love to empower, I love to entertain, and I love to put a smile on others' faces. I love to give them good reasons to smile, legitimate reasons to smile, and to carry on, and to know that they're worth it, and that their worth is far more valuable than what they think, if they're not thinking of themselves as valuable. Yeah, so I want to talk about the aspect of having authority, and this is a key thing in life. Like, you have to know who has authority in your life. You have to know and be acknowledging of the fact that you are the one who has the ultimate authority here on earth over your life. And I'm not saying that just more than God, because I believe that God is the one who allows you to have that authority here on earth. So in retrospect, you do have the ultimate authority of your life at the end of the day, because you control what you do, how you do it, where you want to do it, so it's like, no matter what it is, you have that ultimate decision. Now, if you make a decision based on what you don't want to do, because you let other people influence you, that was still your decision to do that. But that was still your decision to think bad about yourself, or think those things, those false thoughts about yourself, and allowing Satan to tempt you in a way that he shouldn't be allowed to. At the end of the day, it all comes down to how you respond, how you rebuttal those things, and how you control your life. You feel me? So that's why I just want to let y'all know that, listen, man, I'm smiling today because, like, I have every reason to smile. I'm smiling every day. I'm finding the good in every situation, because I know that the people that I love, that I care about, the things that matter to me, the things that I want to see change in my life, the things that I want to elevate in my life, I know that they're going to come to fruition, because I know that as I continue to work together and work and trust in the Lord and lean out on my own understanding, like Proverbs 3:5-6, there's no way in the world that God's word is going to be in vain, and that his prophecy for my life is going to fail. I just don't believe that. And every time I've had faith in him, every time I pray to him, every time I decree and declare it, like, speak it out loud, speak it in my mind, believe it, things have happened. Great things have happened. If y'all thinking from the mindset of, he's talking religious and all that stuff, no, cut that out. Because, like, the one thing I don't like to do is, like, force things on people. Like, thankfully, I'm able to know how valuable my God is in my life. I know that I'm not speaking from a point of religion or a religious perspective, because I know that Christianity is not a religion. My beliefs is not based off of religious foundations. It's just common sense, and it's just common things in this life that can help you just realize how to play your cards right here on earth. Like, we're human. Like, we make mistakes. Like, we see things that, like, oh, it'll give me temporary relief, or like, oh, I can be able to relax. I can just just forget it, go turn cold-hearted, put on a big old front that I don't need nobody, I don't want nobody, I don't want none of this, Like, yeah, that's not, we see that at the end of the day, it's like you just look like a big old dramatic fool, basically. Because it's like, what are you trying to turn bitter for because of somebody else? You letting somebody else dictate how you're gonna live the rest of your life? It's like, yeah, you gotta be more cautious. Yeah, you gotta be more careful about who you hang around, or who you with, or how you treat yourself, or how you think. Yes, but you should, but not from a point of bitterness, not from a point of hatred, not from a point of just resentment and neglection. You know, it's like, that's not worth it at the end of the day. It's like, you gotta live your life for you. You gotta work to be your best self, because the best revenge is success. Now that I got y'all to understand like where I'm coming from in terms of like the common sense aspect, and you know, the things that just should be inside of you, that like the motivation and you know the wisdom that should be, that you should be thinking on, that you should be dwelling on 24/7. I'm going to get into some biblical aspect of it now. So I want to talk about Luke 4:1-15. I had a really deep revelation with this one because I applied it to my life, and I thought about so many others around the world, and that's what motivates me to make this video, to help y'all up, to hype y'all up. You feel me? Like, if I'm getting hyped, y'all gonna get hyped with me, because we incredible. Y'all my crew, bro. Like, I'm gonna hype y'all up too. You feel me? Like, listen, Luke 4:1-15 talks about how Jesus was led into the wilderness and was tempted by Satan for 40 days and 40 nights. That's a long time, you feel me? And man, my God, like what he endured and how he responded, it's like, man, in all honesty, it's like, it's hard to fathom like how strong mentally, spiritually, emotionally that he was. So full of knowledge and so like woke to the fact that he's blessed and highly favored no matter what, because God is on his side. No matter what encounters, no matter what comes his way, no matter what temptations may seem good on the outside, but you know in the long run on the inside it's tearing you apart and it will destroy you. So many of us, at the drop of a hat, we give in to anything, as long as it makes us popular, or as long as it has all eyes on us, like we give into it. And that's just, it's become a big thing in my generation. I'm seeing it every day. Like even sometimes, you know, growing up, like I made those mistakes, like, you know, and I'm still not perfect. Like I may make mistakes like, oh shoot, like I just got to get back on path, or I got to get back on track. But for the most part, I'm always working on the fact that, yo, I'm the type of person that never likes to follow the crowd. Like if it's something that's trendy, like a style, like a clothing style or something that's like cool, I'm like, all right, it's positive. Like I rock with that. Like, I mean, I'm gonna adapt to that, right? But when it's something that I know, it's like, all right, for the sake of popularity, you gotta brush your Christianity or your belief in God under the rug. Like you gotta keep that quiet. Like you gotta go to church on Sunday, like, you know, Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday when you with your friends, when you at school and all that, you ain't gotta be all about God. You ain't, when you hear the topic of God come up or something, you gotta act like you too cool for it. You gotta act like you don't want to be paying attention for the sake of your society and for the sake of your generation accepting you. Forget that. No. Oh, I want to be popular, so you know I'm gonna have to put this under the rug. I'm gonna have to, you know, undermine this a little bit. It'll be all right. You know, God knows that he in the back seat of my life. Like he's still in the back. Like he chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got it. He with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I got him in my back pocket. I ain't gotta pull him out yet. You know, I'm gonna pull him out though when I absolutely need him. Nah, bro, you need him 24/7 through thick, thin, good, bad, the ugly, happy, sad, joyful. When you're mad, when you're turning into somebody that you know you're not supposed to be turning into, you need him. And all that you do, trust in him, lean not on your own understanding. Because if we listen to our own understanding, we gonna be jacked up. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm trying to let y'all know and guide y'all to see that, listen, Jesus was tempted 40 days and 40 nights. That's annoying. That's just constant nagging in your head. And plus, he got hungry. You know what I'm saying? He still did not back down. He said, listen, devil, you know you have no authority on me. I have authority over my own life because I have the one who has authority over everything, who abides in me and who guides me, who's right by my side 24/7. I don't need anything that you have to offer me, no matter how cool it looks. And he offered him a lot, kingdoms. He offered him food. He tried to tempt him into harm himself for the sake of trying to prove that God is real. Like, we don't need none of that. We know what we know. We have to stick by what we know. Stand by that. Don't let outside sources, don't let evil beings, evil things, evil demons try to tempt you and try to make you do things that you know that you have no business doing for the sake of attention, for the sake of comfort, for the sake of, you know, being accepted, for the sake of feeling like you're finally getting over this relief, because I guarantee you it's going to be temporary. Now, I'm not going to say that I was the most popular kid in school. I'm not going to say I was super popular, but I will say I was well known in high school. I was pretty easy to get along with. I was pretty cool. You know, I was a jokester. I was me. I was weird. I was cool. Like, I liked my own style. And I gained respect from other people. That's what I can say for sure. I gained respect from other people. They respected me because they knew I wasn't about no games. Like if I didn't like something, I'm not about to sell myself short for the approval of friends. Because if those people felt that way and then they judged me based off of that, they weren't my friend. And I knew that. And as soon as I knew how they would act if I didn't do something they wanted, or if I didn't do what they were doing, and I knew they weren't for me. And that's why I have such a close circle today, because those friends who I have now are the people that understood and respected me for me believing what I believe in. Now, they still have their faults. They still have, their wrongdoings. I saw my wrongdoings, but we help each other as friends, brothers in Christ. Like, we help each other. And I try to help them in every way that I can by living my life by an example, by being funny, by also being all about God. If you ask all of my friends and they say, is Eli about God? Is Eli bold about God? They're going to say yes. Like, you can ask any of my friends, and it's like, that's nothing for me to brag about. That's just for me to let y'all know that that's just how I am. I'd rather lose followers and gain followers who are all about that, who respect that about me, for sure. So it's like, I know they're going to be replaced. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, you got to live your life for you. Don't let anything cause you to take your life, or cause you to think about taking your life, to cause you about thinking about anything that is toxic in your life, man. I'm telling y'all, it's not worth it. Like, if it's a person that you in love with, bro, that's tough. We all go through those things. Heartbreak happens, but what matters is that you just continue to keep pushing. Maybe it was the right person at the wrong time. Listen, you got to understand that God has your back. If you seek him, and if you make it up in your mind, I'm going to try to be the best that I can be. I'm a cool person. I know I'm good enough. I'm not insecure at all. If somebody want to lose out on me and leave me hanging, hey, that's their loss. You got to know that you have the authority over your life. You have the authority over your actions. I am imperfect. I know that. I mess up sometimes, but it matters how I view myself. And sometimes I pop off a lot. That is a problem. But what I do know is that I have to remember that, is it worth you losing your temper? Is it worth you going all out and going off and then later realizing, like, wow, that was stupid of me? And that's what's keeping me from doing things that I'll regret later. Because when my temper pops off, I see red and I'll blink out. And over time, I've gotten so much better, and I'm so proud of how far I've come. And I also have a feeling that has something to do with the brain, I guess, that, like, as you develop and all that. But at the same time, it's like, I do know how I can get. I do know my limitations. And it's like, for me to be able to control it better the way I do now, like, I'm not perfect. Like, we not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We make mistakes. But I do know that I now have a mature handle on my life. I'm able to have a firm grip, like, you out of line. Or, listen, before you pop off, step back, think, relax, because it's not worth that at the end of the day. Like, if those people that you truly care about, you don't want to pop off and hurt them and regret it later. Like, that's not worth it, And so all of those different aspects, man, person, thoughts, spirits, decisions, listen, all of those things, we deal with those in life, especially as we get older, and it gets tough. But I'm telling you, you have the authority to make sure that, I'm alive this morning. If you're watching this video, you're blessed. You're alive this morning. You know what I'm saying? You have another day to be better than you were yesterday. You have another reason to stick out and to be better, and to view yourself as someone who's making big moves and someone who's changing for the better. Stop believing them fake, dramatic, ugly little quotes or ugly little tweets that you be seeing from other people. Like, they just, no. Don't listen to that. That's whack, man. Y'all gotta understand that it's cool to be all about you and to be popular and to be courageous and bold and also be bold about God. Like, that's cool. Like, that's what's up. That's dope. Like, y'all gotta make a new trend. Let's make a new trend. Like, I'm making trends about Lil Uzi Vert and all them people, like I'm saying, like all these little rappers and all them things. Like, hey, I don't want to sound like an old head or nothing, but look, they beats be cool and all that. Yeah, I rock with them too. Like, I listen to hip hop, listen to all that stuff. Like, I'm a black man. I was growing up in a black household. I am culture, but at the same time, I also know about Christ culture, Jesus. Like, all that's cool. Like, that cultivating together, ain't nothing wrong with that. So remember, through you realizing your worth, because you are very valuable. It don't matter how you look, how much clothes you got, how much money you got. It don't matter. You are valuable, and those situations can change in an instant. As long as you're doing something about it, as long as you're motivated and you have the right mentality, the mature mentality to keep pushing and to make the right moves, you know you're headed in the right direction. So don't let anything or anyone stop you from making that possible, or from making that thought possible, making that action possible. You have to make sure you are knowing what you're letting control you and how you view yourself, and what thoughts you're letting consume you and consume your mind. For few of y'all get a message from this and get some motivation from this outside of the Bible, through the Bible, which I prefer, either way, I'm glad and I'm happy that y'all can get some common sense knowledge, some biblical knowledge from this, because I want to make content for everybody who can convert, who's trying to find a way to convert, trying to find the right answer, trying to find the right source that, hey, like what relates to me? Nobody's understanding me. Nobody's knowing where I'm coming from. Listen, God's word, I'm telling you, some things I'll be like, hold on. I feel like I'm living the same life as this person right here, and it's mind-blowing, and it gives me every reason to believe that his word is true. So with that being said, man, people of all different shapes, sizes, ethnicities, the Most High God, he's on your side. He's guiding you. The Holy Spirit here, he guidance, man. Listen, I gotta get that knowledge. I don't even want to spoil it for you. I want you to see for yourself. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that video, man. Like, I was talking to myself too with some of those things, because like I said, a lot of those things I've been constantly having my mind marinate in, but it's like I always end up talking to myself for some things. It's like I just start flowing. I have a couple of words and a couple of statements that I had on my notes that I just go off of, and then from then on I just slip into a tangent. I just start talking. I just start, speaking from my heart, and I just start speaking things that just come to my mind, and it's like, wow, I wasn't even thinking about that before. So I hope that you guys also got some good, motivating, empowering, loving, strengthening words from this. If you did like the video for me, man, share it with somebody that you feel like would need this. I'm telling you, like, I'm here to empower, to motivate. No, hey, I'm not even gonna front. I'm a cool dude. I think so, at least that's what I think. And even those times when I felt like I wasn't popular, like I was real young, and it's like my mom always guided me and gave me the right nuggets of knowledge and showed me that it's better to be all about what's right and be viewed as like, oh, that's corny and all that, to compromise my beliefs and be seen as cool, So if you think about that, you'll realize, like, yo, this man is on to something. Also, don't forget to follow my social media, man. I'm gonna link them down in the description. Like, I'm also posting motivating stuff, things that make you sit and think for 3 days. I don't know if I'll be doing all that, but definitely rock with me on that, and I truly appreciate you. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm all empowered. I'm about to go and enjoy my day. And I hope you do the same. I love you guys, man. I'll catch y'all in the next thing, which will be the next video. You know what I'm saying? So listen, stay strapped. God bless, and I will catch y'all later.